Hey guys, okay, this week we were talking about some of my favorite red carpet style stars, some classic beauties, just in the last, call it 10 years from red carpets, because it is award season. We are right in the thick of it. And the one thing that I notice sometimes is that everybody's so quick to jump on the groupings. They all want the winter white dresses. They all want the 10 photos of everybody in red. They're looking for trends that have grouped together. When I look at these carpets and the roundups, when I'm on these carpets, what I'm looking at is the individual beauty. And sometimes there is a bit of a disconnect. I've learned from having stood and interviewed stars at premieres and at fashion weeks and at different events, the Met Gala, all of it. You stand in front of this woman and she looks so beautiful. She walks away and you're like, look at the night, dress of the night. And then the next woman comes, you're like, dress of the night, look at the night. And then a week later, or a night later, or an hour later, you look online, you look in these glossies and you see the recap or the red carpet roundup. And in fact, you're like, oh, she was just okay. But I'm here to tell you that in person, she actually looks stunning and amazing. So there is sometimes a bit of a disconnect between what you see up close and what you see the day after. I don't know why. But for me, one of the most mega looks on the red carpet was in 2006. Michelle Williams wearing Vera Wang appeared at the Oscars. Was it the Oscars, Lib? Yeah, with Heath Ledger. I was not at this award ceremony, or on this carpet, I should say, but it was it's like all the oxygen was sucked out of the room when I saw this photo. I couldn't believe how ethereal and throwback and elegant she looked. Looking back on it, obviously, from a historical perspective in terms of her life, it's sad, but it was such a fantastic portrait to me. It was like Portrait of a Lady from beginning to end, top to bottom for me. Wow, it was up there. Okay, style star number 2. I love Sienna Miller. I think that she always looks so beautiful and put together and elegant, but not too severe. She never really steps too far out of her comfort zone. And for me, in terms of being a classic beauty, plus the accent, the whole package from beginning to end is spectacular for me. Here she is in Gucci at the 2016, this is the Met Gala, sort of metallic, beautiful, shows off her figure, the upswept hair, the perfect makeup, the perfect lip. I think this is a look that is timeless. She could have been wearing this 10 years ago. She could wear this 10 years from now, but it is classic. Another favorite of mine, always, Emma Stone, you cheeky birdie, you. I love how she shakes up her look. Her hair, here she is in Valentino Couture at the Venice Film Festival. The plunging neck, the tulle, that gotta be seen emerald green against the porcelain skin, the blunt cut bob, the red hair, the eyes. I think for me, all of it. And it's so funny how that's an incredibly plunging gown. I'm looking off camera because I'm looking at a massive photo of her on Libby's laptop, and it's so impressive. A massive photo. Or a Libby, what's impressive? It is a really inspiring portrait to me. I absolutely love this look. And I think that she has this way of straddling the kind of, am I a veteran now? Have I arrived? Am I sort of one of the den mothers of cool on the red carpet? Or am I still this kind of Alicia Vikander, ingenue, new to this whole thing? You know, she's been around for just enough time that we have seen her in so many different style incarnations. But I think that she really understands how to read the tea leaves, as they say. Another style star for me, Keri Russell. I don't know, I watch The Americans, and I think that, I've been cheering for her since she was hanging out at, Dean and DeLuca on Felicity. I loved it when she cut her hair, by the way. I totally stood by her. But I love this woman, and I think that I've never interviewed her, I've never met her, but I think that she is incredibly interesting, it seems to me. And I loved her in Jay Bendel. And I loved her husband, Matthew Rhys, is there. And I think that as a couple, this portrait to me looks like behind all of this are two people who are incredibly creative and authentic to who they are. And I don't think this is a woman who took a ton of time trying on 3 days worth of dresses at, in some suite at the Beverly Hills hotel the day before or the months before. I think she probably tried something on and she went, wicked, this is it, let's do it. She really carries herself with so much confidence. And that is, for me, the number one. Love you. Okay, and lastly, Sarah Paulson. I absolutely love this woman. She's not new to the scene. She's been around for a while. She's been a working actor for years. But I think that when I look at the choices that she's been making recently, because she's been making more appearances and getting notoriety, I think that from a fashion perspective, she is this kind of modern classic. So she takes risks and she pushes herself. But you can also tell that this is someone who's incredibly artistic, who's not afraid to fit into the mold. She's not afraid to chop off her hair, whether it's for everyday life as a civilian or whether it's for a role. She's not afraid of the big shoulder pads, the plunging V, the crazy Kelly Green Prada, like this version at the Emmy Awards this year. To me, this is a very fashion look, and I know I've put her in my kind of classics category, but this is a woman that we're going to see for a very long time, and I can guarantee you every time we see her, she may not be always on the hit list, like she may have the black eye bar across her eyes, but why she's a classic for me is that every single time she will make a choice that is authentic to where she comes from. And she hasn't just put on the dress because an agent or a manager or a handler or a girlfriend has told her that that is how you should look on the red carpet. And I dig that. If you dig today's video, make sure to like below and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next week.